Okay, Volley Truthers, it's time for the Volley Truth to check out what was going on the East Coast. Let me start by saying that the NEQ, or the Northeast Qualifier, made sure that each and every coach, player, and spectator was well informed on all the happenings going on in and around the venue, with a very interactive website and plenty of emails almost every day. No one could ever say that they were not aware of what was going on. Let's get into it. Let's begin with the entrance tickets and the parking. The tickets were online purchase only, which seems to be where everything is going now for these high-profile tournaments. You know that hands off, don't touch, hands free, or cashless transactions. I mean, it was flawless. Not even when there was a glitch in the ticket online system. I mean, they jumped right into action so fast and rectified the situation within minutes. That system was up and running as if nothing had ever happened. Speaking of tickets, the truth is they were not as expensive as some of these other qualifiers. It was still up there at $35 a pop, but it wasn't 50 unless you were 6 years or younger. It was absolutely free. But now, how many of us out there are 6 and younger? So anyway, while we are here, let's go ahead and stop by parking. If you didn't know, this is Philly. So do not park where you are not supposed to, or you will be towed. Philly is known as the city of brotherly love, but trust you me, there's no love lost. If you park in a no parking spot, you have been warned. Now, parking is slim pickings and costly. So here's a quick tip. We parked in the garage of our hotel and walked everywhere. And that cost ran us $30 per day, but it was better than paying to get it out of the Philadelphia Parking Authority. Let's go back to the tournament. The NEQ is the only qualifier on the East Coast. This qualifier is located in the heart of downtown Philadelphia at the Convention Center. The tournament was 3 days of spectacular play from teams all over the United States and some of her territories. These girls definitely came for one thing and one thing only: a national USAV bid. The first day, like any other qualifier, is kill or be killed. There are 4 teams in each pool, and teams that come out top 2 move on with still a chance at the gold bracket, while the bottom 2 are kicked down immediately to the lower brackets. Now, I thought that losing all of the games the very first day of the NEQ would automatically put a team into Flight 1, but it didn't. It actually moved the team into bronze. So I'm assuming, and you know what happens when you assume, that these categories have something to do with how many teams enter the tournaments, because this tournament was nowhere near as big as, well, the Big South, only holding a total of about 76 courts. People were able to move about the cabin freely without much bumping into one another. It was Easter Sunday on day 3. The Easter Bunny was out and bouncing around, giving out eggs to all good players and children. The national anthem was also in effect as per usual and went off without a hitch, perfectly vetted and all. Good job, NEQ. Now for food, and more food, my favorite section. If you have ever attended the Northeast Qualifier in Philly, you know the main attraction is, well, not going to be the volleyball. It's going to be, hands down, the Reading Station, located right beside the convention center. The Reading Station is a flea market slash food market slash everything you need market. You can find all you need and things you have never even thought you needed right there at this famous market. And of course, you can't leave without one of the most famous Philly cheesesteaks in your hand, or even both of your hands. To the fine dining, here are some of the great places that you can eat: the Sedona Tap House, the City Tap House, the Dandelion, the Pumpkin BYOB, the Oyster House, the Park, and much, much more. And of course, the many infamous Philly cheesesteak spots. So the few food spots inside the convention center, unfortunately, just did not hold a candle. Although the frozen ice in mango, blueberry, and cherry, and the long twisted pretzels with or without cheese dips were very big hits inside the venue. Now, there were two very big souvenir stands, one selling all the NEQ merch, hoodies, sweatshirts, long and short sleeve shirts, sweatpants, stickers, and more, while the other shop sold all Nike D1 college gear, shoes, hoodies, sweatshirts, all name brands. If you have already purchased stuff from venues, events such as these, you already know that the cost for the merchandise is stupid expensive. So just imagine the cost of all the name brand stuff that was in there. And people were actually in there racking up. Well, to each of his or her own. It's rough out here in these volleyball streets, though. In the meantime, if you have not watched my episode on ways to save for volleyball, please check it out. We will leave the link to that episode in the description box below. There was also a booth selling expensive jewelry, and another that seems to be at most of these tournaments, the team picture booth, the one where the photographer gets a shot of each and every team at the tournament at the start, and then asks the team parent to see how many parents want to purchase this picture. Now, here are some team and family things that you could do while you were in Philly when not playing. From the Liberty Bell, Rocky's statue and stairs, the African American Museum, the historical courthouse, and much, much more. So, in wrapping up the NEQ, here are some highs and lows. They have great competition, not as crowded, tons to see and do, great food, it's expensive, not a lot of food choice inside the venue, and horrible parking, but overall a great tournament to come and catch a national bid. So, see you next year. That's all for now, but if you like the content, leave a comment below, spike the like button, and subscribe to my channel.